Today's topic that's going to be discussed is the mental health of probation officers. This is not only a topic, but an issue in this field. We'll try to narrow down this topic to the state of Colorado or the city of Pueblo, more specifically, David Semental, which is the chief probation officer of Pueblo, Colorado. Once again, the scope of this issue is either in Colorado or Pueblo, targeting the Department of Probation. The severity of this issue is huge because 39 through 55% of probation officers have been victims of workplace violence. When I say workplace, this doesn't mean just in their office when they're doing caseloads and stuff like that. It's when they go out and meet probationers because they're outside of the field, and people that are on probation can have many issues causing problems for probation officers when they go out in the field where these issues can occur. In Colorado, it explains that strategies need to come along for the turnover rate to improve because people are being overworked in this field, which is causing a bad turnover rate. Next, we'll be discussing the causes and effects. The first cause that can affect many of these issues are the average pay rate. In Pueblo, Colorado, the average pay per year is $44,000 and $21 an hour. This can cause lack of motivation because many people can see that this is not enough reward for how much stress and anxiety they're experiencing during their time at work because of the high caseloads and things like that that cause many of these stress factors. Also, the physical risk cannot be balanced by the average pay, which can affect their motivation. The next topic that we'll discuss between causes and effects is the large caseloads. Many people say that this is the toughest part of the job. They're overworked, and this could cause a lot of stress because they can have the feeling that they're not going to get all their work done in time and have anxiety because too much is happening around the workplace. And to continue, we'll be discussing the insufficient solutions. The basic training won't prepare you for the mental struggles that will come along with the job. Just because they'll teach you how to do the paperwork, that won't prepare you for how you're going to feel when you're doing the paperwork. Stress and anxiety are real issues when it comes down to this job because the high caseloads that they train you to do doesn't affect how you will feel while you're doing them. Next, we'll be talking about vacations. In my essay, I explained how taking time off and vacations were just like putting a band-aid over a broken bone. The issue will continue when you come back. It won't fix anything deeper. The issues will just come back and continue over and over. Time off and vacation will just fix issues for the time being, not as you continue your work there. These issues will also include not getting along with your coworkers because when you go on vacation, you'll still have to work with the same people when you come back. Also, it just continues the cycle over and over. It won't really fix the issue. Next, we'll be discussing my solution proposal. My solution proposal is the raise in pay. If not a raise in pay, then just time off to people who deserve it without taking their time that they earned away from them, just a mental health day with no repercussions or anything like that. Also, I have surveys as a solution proposal. Personalized surveys to each work environment can be very productive. This could teach bosses how to communicate better with their employees and understand how their employees are feeling on an everyday basis, and can tell bosses how everyday struggles can be changed. For example, like attitude and respect. Their attitudes can change by just respecting everybody in the work environment. Even if you are a higher up, everybody will just get along better. I feel like if personal surveys were taken into consideration. And these won't cost much money because they can just be done on tablets or laptops that are already provided with the job if they are, or just paper in general, because that can be a con, which we'll discuss later in the next slide. And adding on to the last slide, employees' feedback is very important because they're the ones doing the job, and if they're not feeling respected or that this job is just too hard for the money they're getting, this could cause a bad turnover rate, which is not good for the occupation overall. Now we'll discuss the cons. Many people say, where is this money going to come from? Which is a very understandable question, because money doesn't just come out of thin air. So if people, which the higher-ups, don't want to have a bad turnover rate, then money needs to come from either the government, I would say, or money needs to be moved around in this occupation to ensure the employee's mental health, and try to find other solutions, because this can be a huge issue for probation officers, which I feel probation officers are very needed in our communities because they give people a second chance to enter society, which everybody deserves a second chance, I think. Now we'll discuss the call to action. The basic understanding I thought I came to in this research from this occupation is that everybody just needs to be kind to one another, because even though if you're in a high professional environment, this doesn't mean that you're not going through mental issues on a everyday basis, even if it is just basic struggles like stress or anxiety. They can cause huge problems. And the practicality of this solution is very high, because even if money doesn't improve or surveys aren't taken regularly, the mood of the environment of the workplace can help drastically if everybody's just kind and come to an understanding that everybody in this profession is working hard. Then people will most likely stay with this job and have a good understanding of one another and what they're going through. Thank you.